Good afternoon, my dear friends. Hope you're all doing well. I'm just coming on because something that has been bothering me the past few days or weeks actually. I've been talking to a lot of people who act like they're victims. Just want to talk about this a little bit because being a victim means that something bad happened to the person. The person has gone through a trauma, they have been hurt, and somebody who has been robbed from or cheated. So these people, they always couldn't deal with what has happened. So they think that everything happens to them and they do not have any responsibility towards doing anything about it. So a lot of times when somebody feels like a victim or something bad happens to them, the first thing is that they get shocked. Then they start having fears and phobias. Then they start becoming angry and resentful and helpless, and they feel guilty. Then the last thing is that they can't trust anyone. And among anyone, when I say that, it means that they cannot even trust themselves to do what is right for them. And what has been bugging me more is the victim mentality. And I'm going to be actually talking about it on the Persian program in Farsi tomorrow from 1 to 2 on Asre Emrooz TV, Chehreha program. But I'm going to be going into more detail. It's just that I want to talk about it very shortly here today. And I would love to hear from each and every one of you. And a friend of ours, Salam Farhad Jan. Thank you so much for watching and wishing me all the best. Thank you, thank you. So victim mentality is the fact that we all have things happening to us and our lives go up and down every single day of our lives. And accidents and traumas and bad things, the way we look at them happen to us. But the way we think about it, the way we digest those happenings in our lives is what's so important in our psyche, for our health. And if we take responsibility for what has happened and not keep saying that it wasn't my fault, or poor me, and blame others for what has happened to us, we're going to have, I promise you, a better life. Because people who have this victim mentality, they blame every single person or everything that happens in their life to somebody else. Like, my mom and dad didn't raise me well, or they didn't do this for me. My husband or wife is not doing this for me. That's why it's turning out like this. My kids are not good with me. My colleagues, my friends, no matter who they are, it's nothing about them that they're going to take responsibility about and say that, okay, if this is happening to me, is in fact because I did not take responsibility for that act and this happened. And they start complaining. They are very negative. My dog is here, George, and he wants to play. Sorry, so you can hear him in the background. But they keep blaming others. And what happens is, a lot of times, if something happens to them, the way they want to take responsibility, that is weird and funny, is, okay, what did I do that this happened to me? Again, it's like, what did I do that somebody did this to me? This is how they are pretending to take responsibility for whatever happened to them. We have another characteristic as well, that's a martyr complex. This is the people who go and they go out of their way to do something nice for someone, and they become resentful because this is not really what they really wanted to do from the beginning, and they expect something in return, and they never get even a thank you, because nobody asked them to go out of their way to do something for somebody else. And they become resentful, and they think that they are sacrificing themselves for the other person. In Persian culture, especially, sacrifice is exactly the same thing like as being a victim. But these people are the people who had a trauma happen to them, and they could not deal with it in the right way. And they try to basically buy other people's loves. So they become content. But if you don't have self-love, if you don't have, if you don't know how to take care of your own self, nobody can create that for you. So please be aware, be conscious, think about what is happening in your life and how you're dealing with the accidents or the incidents that come up in your life. The other one is, why be a victim? That's a good one, because people usually have some kind of profit or some kind of they think that is a positive thing for them, even though when I explain it to you, it's not going to be positive. Because when you feel like you're a victim, you're not going to take responsibility or accountability towards anything. And because of that, you're not the driver of your car, or you're not the one who drives your brain, basically. So you're not taking responsibility. Nobody can blame you for what is going on. So that's the first thing. And everything that happens is happening to you, not you're doing it to anybody else or yourself. Then there is always a secondary gain, because when you feel like a victim and you're acting that way and you're negative, you start getting attention. So getting negative attention is still getting attention from somebody or somewhere. And a lot of times these people will be having benefits, like financial benefits for them. They can get medical assistance, or getting different drugs or anything that they need, just because people feel sorry for them and they're paying attention to their needs. So these people feel, even though it's going to create distress for them, they don't understand it. They are still getting a benefit out of being, acting like a victim. Then satisfying unconscious needs of a person. The person who has had a trauma in their life, they're always trying to find validation from others. And that validation can be, to them, might be a feeling of that person has compassion for me, that person loves me, but honestly, they're just looking for somebody to tell them that, oh, we feel so sorry for you. And I mean, come on, who wants people to feel sorry for them? I mean, they love to say, poor me, this is what happened to me, people did it to me, that person did it to me, this is what happened. And this is honestly not the way to live your own life. Then, and these people who, I see that some new people are joining, so I'm talking about being a victim. And these people do not take risks, because if you take a risk, you're responsible for your action. So if anything happens, you're going to be the one who will be blamed. But you cannot accept that, because you're the person who wants to blame everybody all your life. So the other one is signs of having a victim mentality, in case that you are wondering if you are one of them. If anything happens, you start blaming others. If you think that the whole world is against you, everybody is against you, the whole world, actually. It's not just the people, just world is a bad place to live in, you know. Then if you cannot be open to receiving compliments, a lot of people, or if you have an issue and somebody tries to solve your problem and they're offering you a solution, people who have victim acts, they think that they are being they do not accept that somebody is giving this solutions to them out of love. They feel that they are being attacked. And then if you're a person who thinks or feels like they're stuck in life, and always feel sorry for yourself, and the other one is if you keep attracting people who are negative, who keep blaming others for everything that happens to them, you know, you always attract people who are just like you. So just remember that, because it always takes two to tango. That's my favorite sentence. So if you're not that way, people, if you're too positive, the two negative people, they cannot even come close to you, because you're like a light shining in the darkness, and the darkness doesn't like that light. So just remember that. And then how to stop being a victim in case you are one, by knowing that these are the signs of being a victim. First and foremost is having awareness, taking responsibility, and knowing that you are the one who runs your life, you are the one who runs your brain. You cannot decide for others how to deal with you, how to act with you, how to be around, you know, how to be saying things around you, but you are the one who has the ability and knowledge how to perceive what's going on and comes to you and understand it. Then starting loving yourself, caring for yourself, having compassion for the wonderful person that you are. Start saying no. If you're the person who think that, whatever people say, because I need to be loved, I need to be liked by everyone. The way I said it before, the martyr one, if I want to have friends, if I want people to love me, I cannot say no. No, you can't say no. Have your boundaries, understand where you can say yes and where you can say no. If you can't do something for somebody, be honest, because if you do something and you're upset because you went out of your way and you did it, you become resentful. So don't do that, because you're just hurting yourself. And the two last ones are educate yourself. There are so many researches done and books written about this victim mentality that you can study, you can research, you can understand what not to do, and definitely seek therapy. Find a good therapist, or if you like a psychoneurologist, that's the best one. That's the best way you can go to create the life that you like to have in positive way, a life that you can thrive at, and the life that you look forward to. Every day you want to wake up and be happy that you're waking up today. So I'm available in case that you need me. If you're in LA, I still do house calls or do Zoom calls if you want. And other than that, you can watch my program in Farsi tomorrow from 1 to 2. And if you have any questions or if you have suggestions, anything you want to share with me, please do so. I look forward to hearing from you. And as always, this is Dr. Nushin, and I'm sending you my love. And George is sending you love as well, my doggy. So anyway, take care of yourself. Until the next time that we see you, just remember, I love you.